All right, that's a lot of healthcare stuff. Let's move on from that. Here's another hot button issue, though. About 3 years ago now, City of Prince George made a move to clean up the homeless encampment here in our city, known as Moccasin Flats, right in behind the Prince George Citizen Building. They moved in with garbage trucks and with loaders and any belongings that were in that encampment past the posted time. They tossed them in the garbage. The province then got involved when Housing Minister Ravi Kahlon made the move to grant the residents of Moccasin Flats free reign to live on that land until the city had room for every resident of the encampment. And then some really weird stuff started to come out. I don't know if you saw this yet. Oh, let me pull it up here. There we go. So we had some hotels that were bought and sold very quickly here in the Prince George area. The first property was at 197 Quebec Street. This came down right after Ravi Kahlon made his announcement that the city of Prince George would have to do some kind of dealings to get these rooms together for the people in the encampment. So this happened right away. SPD Enterprises immediately transferred their property to a numbered company for $700,000. June 29th of 2023, that numbered company transferred the property to the Provincial Rental Housing Corporation for $2 million. Now, we did some work and we found out the names of those people: Tapinder Singh Banipal of Kamloops and Tajinder Singh Katra of Prince George. The sale was done by Harwinder Banipal. They made a profit of $1.3 million on that sale. Now, after that one was done, the second property goes up for sale. And that was 650 Dominion Street, which is Knights Inn. PG 3233 Holdings, they went to a numbered company and they transferred it for $1.105 million. Then that numbered company transferred it to the city of Prince George for $4.15 million. I raised an alarm when this one went down because they were paying about 3 times the market value for this. I asked our mayor about it, and he said they had plans, and it was going to be a big moneymaker for the city in the future because they had plans for that piece of land. Kind of walked away from it. They made a profit of over $3 million on that one right there, though. And then finally, the third property goes down, and that was the North Star Inn. So Connaught Motors transferred the property to Mundy North Enterprises. Connaught Motors, of course, had major issues with crime and things like that happening. They had been shut down a couple of times because the police had too many issues with them. Mundy North Enterprises buys it for $3.25 million. November 1st of 2023, they transfer it to the Provincial Rental Housing Corporation for $10.35 million. Then they changed their names to KAMPG Holdings. It's the exact same people involved in this one as well. Profit of $7.285 million. Now, since I have been talking about this, oh, I lost you there. Let's get you back. There you go. Since I've been talking about this online, I've had some sources reach out to me that have had some inside knowledge of some of these deals. And one of my sources has pointed out that there was another housing complex in Prince Rupert that is being done that happened at the exact same time at the end of 2022. And he says it's the same numbered company involved. Now, I'm currently doing some work in the background to try and confirm that. I've only heard it from my source. I haven't been able to confirm it myself. And he also says that Mr. Kahlon was the guy that introduced these parties for this deal. Now, as I was doing my research on this, I found out that last year, Mr. Ravi Kahlon was also under the wire because he was trying to help out get his sister some government contracts in her business as well. So I know John Rustad, during the spring session, dove right into this, and he was asking for an audit of these sales. Ravi Kahlon made some interesting statements about that, basically turning it back on John Rustad and his time in government as well. Is this something that you guys still have an eye on? Is this something you're talking about in cabinet, and will this be brought up again? Because this looks uber sketchy. I can't point to say it definitely is, but taking a look at those numbers and what has happened there does not look like it's on the up and up.
Matt, you've pulled out some pretty important work, and a lot of this coming to light, I think, is important. That's why we've been calling for a complete forensic audit of BC Housing.
Yeah.
There are some just anomalies that do not add up. You pointed out some issues with the sale and purchase of some of these properties. We have other properties that we've been told are sitting half empty, even though, and there are multiple in town, they're not actually being fully utilized. So money's going to certain places, but is it being spent wisely? Are taxpayers getting the fair value? I mean, the city of Prince George was correct in going for an injunction to clean up Moccasin Flats, so they did the right thing in that case. Courts told them they had to have housing for everybody, which is very challenging to do. So now, out of desperation, the province is trying to uh, use these motels, but it's obviously not a long-term solution that is going to be sustainable. What do the taxpayers pay for these, and are they actually being utilized? Look at the Nights Inn right now, and the fire department is there pretty much every other day because there's been such massive challenges. We can't warehouse people in these motels and think that's going to help. Ultimately, we need to help them by getting treatment for them and that type of thing. Not more free drugs and added with the free housing. We need to make sure the housing actually is going to make sense. And right now, BC housing is a complete mess. We need to make sure that what we know exactly what is going on there. I don't think we have the evidence to know exactly what has happened, but I think you should keep digging, Matt, and we can continue doing that work to push for making sure that there's daylight into what's going on in this case, because it's you're absolutely right. It's not just Prince George. I've heard things from Williams Lake. I've heard things like you said from Rupert. Heard things from the Lower Mainland. So it's something that needs to be taken a deep dive into to make sure that we understand exactly what's going on, and ultimately, if changes are going to be made, that's something the government needs to be held for account for. And then, as conservatives, if we have fortunate to form government, we'll be making some big changes.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I'm not putting out any confirmed info at the end of the day. The papers that we had up there came from somebody online, another source that's done some amazing work. So we're just piecing it together one piece at a time here, and we're just going to continue to do that.